I'm the hood farmer Rob, and I am the owner and operator of Hemp Milk Honey. Hemp Milk Honey is a farm business based in the Bridgeport area, and it started in 2022. It initially started as a way to provide natural garden services to the community, and that way people would be able to grow food for themselves and their families. So some of the services that Hemp Milk Honey provides would include doing an after-school program for a school in Fairfield. I offer some mushroom CSAs, so community-supported agriculture, where you can buy in or buy a farm share, or it'd be a mushroom share, and you buy in early in the season, and at a certain point, you'll start to get weekly boxes of mushrooms based on your level of involvement. I also do some diversified fruits and veggies CSA boxes as well. Those will start to open up as soon as the other additional locations get a little bit more secure. But the mushroom CSAs are available now. My vision for Hemp Milk Honey is to have more farm members, so to speak. So the CSA model would be my direct-to-consumer model. I would also be looking to work with small grocery stores in a similar CSA type model, as well as food businesses to work with them to grow some of the produce that they use for their foods. It's been very interesting building Hemp Milk Honey. While it initially started focusing on doing natural garden services, a couple of opportunities presented themselves to me where I was able to focus the business on farm operations. So I'm in the process of working on 2 leases with some homeowners, some landowners that that have some land available. It's been nice to see how you can start a business with your own vision, your own ideas behind it. But when you start to put these intentions out to the world, a lot of things start to gravitate towards you. And I've just been excited to see where things can go and to see how big things can be as well. Some of the challenges have been to acquire liability insurance. Some companies, due to the name, aren't feeling uncomfortable working with me, even though hemp is, in the state of Connecticut, is something legal to grow, and it's not even in my growing plans at the moment. But yet again, it's completely legal to grow with a license, which is not hard to obtain. Despite, working with some of these insurance agents, I'm still very hopeful that I'll be able to move forward with these leases. And then once I do that, I'll be able to hit the ground running and really start to carve out what the next couple of years are gonna look like for Hemp Milk Honey. Something I learned along the way is sometimes we just get in our own way, and our biggest barrier can be ourselves. And as soon as we learn to get out of the way and really just start putting in the work, then you start to see the results of everything that you already put in place for yourself in your head, but you just finally got out of the way and actually started putting things forward. So my growing locations, once these lease situations are figured out, one will be about an acre plot in Wilton, Connecticut, and then another about 3/4 acre plot in Trumbull, Connecticut. I also have some growing operations in Bridgeport, where I do indoor and outdoor mushroom operations. For me, the deciding factor is access. Land access is pretty hard to come by, and I'm very fortunate to have 2 opportunities present themselves to me. And I grew to the first place up in Wilton through a farm mixer event where there were various land opportunities and various farmers in the room. This opportunity, she wasn't looking to get anything back from it. The homeowner just wanted someone to be naturally growing produce on their land. The situation worked out for me, so I started to move forward with that one. A second location is with a family friend that has a pretty sizable yard, and they're familiar with me as a farmer, and with that land not being used for much, they reached out to me to see if I would be able to cultivate that land. My first step is going to be to get soil samples. I have done a land observation with a soil scientist for the property up in Wilton. So I was able to get some advice on how I can move forward. But once that lease is situated, then I can move forward with that property. The place in Trumbull, I think I can kind of get over there as early as I need to. Hemp Milk and Honey does restorative justice work through teaching the farmers of the future, through being an example for young Black kids, young kids of color, of what kind of options are out there. It shows the youth that, you know, your limits are your own, and if there's something that you want to do, that you can just go out there and do it. The work is inherently restorative through being the example and just showing another way, and just the fact that there are many avenues of doing what you want in life.